I'm this close to skipping leg day. I'm just gonna go to the gym and do leg extensions and leg curls, and I'm gonna call it a wrap. Having the ability to do that now in my home gym is so cool. Today, I'm reviewing this budget-friendly HVO leg extension and leg curl machine, and we're gonna put it to the test. I have to admit, I was skeptical if this thing would work for a big guy like me. I'm 6'3". If it'll work for me, it'll work for anyone. Let's look at everything that HVO got right with this machine and what its limitations are. Everything comes wrapped in bubble wrap. That's always a good sign. Oh yeah, oh dang. Now we're getting heavy, baby. Oh yeah. Leg extensions felt so much better than I expected on this machine. First off, I was able to set it up exactly how I like it, so it felt really good. And I was able to push myself hard, reach failure. I could see the muscle fibers twitching in my quads. And what really matters, I ended up getting an awesome pump. Doing leg curls in my own garage gym was so satisfying. Before this, the only way I could train my hamstrings at home was by doing stiff-legged deadlifts. So this was awesome, loved it, and it's really cool that you can do them both seated or lying down. Doing calf raises on this machine is not perfect. I would need this bar that my toes are resting on to be a little bit taller so I can get a full range of motion. You can also use this machine to do sit-ups. They've added a bar down here that you can hook your feet under. I have not been doing abs lately, so for me, I was pretty weak. But I found that I could use the machine to give me an assist on the sit-up, which was really cool. The foot pad adjustability is amazing on this thing. You have this huge range of motion. You see that? For the footrest. So I can have it here, or I could have it down here, or back here. A lot of the competitors will just have a piece right here that like swings freely. I hate those. They never hit me where I like them to hit me. With this thing, I can adjust it to hit me exactly on my shins where I want it. These cushions are super thick and dense. When I was doing 3 plates on here, this kept the back of my leg protected. So you can see that I'm squeezing this as hard as I can. And I love that. And definitely something that I can go heavy with and not feel like I'm injuring myself. This piece right here that holds your legs in place when you're doing leg curls, you can completely remove it and stick it right here when you're doing leg extensions. If you like to do your leg curls lying flat, you pull this out and you can go flat for your leg curls. When you're doing leg curls flat, you would put it here and that gives you the perfect angle to do your leg curls. But you also have the adjustability when you're doing your extensions to set it in these 3 different spots. So it gives you the ability to adjust the slant of the seat. So let's talk about resistance curve. One of the limitations of a piece of equipment like this that is loaded with free weights on a single lever arm like this, the heaviness of this weight is going to change based on what position it is by how much gravity is pushing down on it. From here to here, it feels really light, right? And then as it gets higher in the resistance curve, it gets heavier and heavier. And so right now, this is where it's getting to peak heaviness. And here to here, through this range, about 80% of the range of motion is where you're gonna get the heaviest portion of the lift. I like to set my resistance curve heavy as possible at the beginning of the leg extension when you're in the stretched position, which means I need to get this as far back as possible. One of the nice things about this equipment is you have the flexibility to set that resistance curve where you want it. So one thing I'll do is I'll put my foot right here, pull this out, and then slide it back to get it back as far as I can. So I feel it light right here. Now heavy, heavy, heavy. And at the very end, it gets a little bit lighter at the very end. So like the resistance curve is like right in the center of the range of motion for me right here. It feels good. I like it. This is so much easier than doing Romanian deadlifts. I'll take 80% range of motion with resistance over Romanian deadlifts any day. It takes up about as much space as a recliner. So you could put this in your bedroom. You could put this in anywhere in your house. At 115 pounds, you can lift this thing up. Like, it's not that heavy, but I can lift it up. You probably can't lift it up, but my point being, it's super easy to move around. So it's got weight storage, and you could throw an extra plate on here to keep it stable. The max weight capacity on this is 880 pounds. It's 550 max plate load and 330 max user weight. Will this work for somebody that's tall? Absolutely. I don't even have the seat all the way back. I can put it back 2 more clicks, and the pad on this thing hits me right behind the knee, exactly where I like it. This dial right here, this thing gives me all the adjustability to get the perfect spot on my shin. I also weigh 280 pounds, and this thing feels sturdy and safe. Will this work for someone with strong legs? I can do leg extensions with the full stack. This allows me to load plenty of weight where I could fail at 3 to 6 reps. Yes, it will definitely work if you're really strong. Can you still get gains even though there's some limitations with the resistance curve on a piece of equipment like this? What all the science-based experts out there will tell you is you want the resistance to be the same throughout the full range of motion. In fact, you want it to be most extreme when you're in the fully stretched position. So you're not gonna get that. You're gonna get about 80% of that resistance curve where you can put it where you want, either at the beginning or the end of the range of motion or somewhere in the middle. But you don't have to train perfect to get gains. You're gonna get a crazy burn. You're gonna get complete failure, and you can try to put that curve right where it's gonna give you the best benefits. Anyone that has muscle still to gain, if you're a beginner or an intermediate, this thing is gonna give you amazing results. You're gonna love it. When will I use this equipment? When I want an easy leg day and I don't want to go to the gym, I can come to my garage and do some extensions, some curls, and I can call it a wrap, and it keeps me from skipping leg day. If I want to go hard and I want to do squats in my home gym, I like to warm up with leg extensions. So now I can come out here, do 3 sets of leg extensions, and then jump over and start with my squats. If I'd have known I could get this exact machine for the price that it's available right now, I would have bought it in a heartbeat, and I would have been so happy buying this machine. It's way better quality than I expected. There are machines out there that do the same thing, leg extension, leg curl, that are cheaper than this. I went through and looked at all of them, and they all are missing things that this HVO has. High quality pads, the foot pad adjustment, the adjustability in general, the ability to do seated leg curls and lying flat leg curls, this removable leg pad. When I got it put together, I was like, man, that thing looks cool. If you want to get this for yourself, use the link in the description. If you do, I get a small commission at no cost to you. That's all I got. Thank you, HVO. More cool stuff to come. Keep grinding.